Zak Brown has fired Oscar Piastri after losing to Max Verstappen in the championship fight. The rookie driver's game on. Fast Forward is taking over.
Quick note that I apologize to any sort of banging in the recording due to the wheel and microphone being on the same table. Also, this is my first time trying to commentate while I'm racing, so any stutters are purely from me trying to race and do the same thing of commentating all at once.
And a warm welcome, everybody. We're here in the heart of Melbourne.
It is
It's
qualifying.
Albert Park, and it's qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix.
Let's see what we can do in this McLaren. We got to do good after Zak Brown has been giving us a chance in Oscar Piastri's position. We move down into this, probably the sharpest corner of this Grand Prix.
Okay, mate, so word on the new regs this year. When you're within a second of the car ahead, you'll get access to overtake mode. Basically, it just gives you more power and recharge allowance from the battery over the following lap. Nothing for you to do, just lock in and focus on the move. Enjoy.
And we are going to start our quali lap with Lando Norris behind us. See if we can help him out just a little bit. Just after he is our teammate. Go for a little battery recharge here. And we're gonna move into probably my worst corner of this Grand Prix. Onto the back straight. We run out of battery. Definitely some battery management that we can work on. See, Lando Norris is absolutely flying behind us. This is where we're going to get a lot of battery charge. On the brakes, around the corner, a little bit of slippage and a little more. It's really going to slow us down. Definitely helping out Lando on his quali lap, as he's going to get P1 and we get P2.
Okay, Lando has P1. He's in pole position.
Oh, come on, Lando. Let's go, boy. We're going to redo that quick. We don't need that 5 second for that. Should have let him go. Let's go pit. Wait for the end of quali for our last run. Even though we probably won't even take it. Such a dominant run from us two so far. With Kimi Antonelli in third, Sainz in fourth, and McLaren in fifth. Move just a little bit, but none of the top order changes all that much. Lando Norris is going to beat us in Q1 as we go on to Q2. Here comes our first quali lap of Q2. We are definitely going to be pushing. Might even be Lando behind us again. Does not look like it. Looks like it's one of the Red Bulls. So definitely going to make sure to not give him slipstream. Although it wouldn't hurt if either one of them got on the leaderboard. It was pretty high up there. Down in towards the hairpin. Make sure to grab some more of that battery. Gonna need it. Not gonna use boost this time back here. I'm gonna see if that helps us out or not. Here's where we're gonna use it. I'm gonna drop it there. Really just gonna kind of run off this for a little bit now. Finish it off since it wants to harvest. Lift into harvest and then on to our recovery. Pierre Gasly with our first pole. Luckily just the first one to cross the line today in Q2. This high-speed Charles Leclerc with a 119. Move on to this back straight. Back straight. This is the front straight. This we aren't gonna be able to beat him out, but we're gonna pull in front of Lando Norris. Very much so too. Turn off before. Maybe try and use Gasly as some slipstream. Down the front straight, and we started a lap. Good dive into turn one. Clean past him, I would hope. Never thought it'd be racing in quali. Okay, let's put this lap in the scraps and let's just get around. See if we can't get around.
Okay, 1 minute remaining, just 1 minute.
Chances are probably not, but we're gonna try. Hopefully it's time. This and next lap, we'll go a little wide. Got 30 seconds left.
And that's
I am
just 30
charging
seconds left in the session.
I was using some of it. Is this Cadillac? Yeah, that's Cadillac. It's gonna be a drag race for another quad lap. We're gonna get it. This lap better be good if we're gonna have a decent lap. And we spin it. We bin it.
Wow, that was a heck of an impact. Let me know you're okay.
Getting a little loose and into the wall we had gone. I can't use a rewind in quali or in the race. So we have to retire. See if that keeps our position or not. So we are eliminated. Right? Looks like only 9 drivers go on to Q3 right now. It looks like that would be the case.
It's a new day, a new dawn, a new era for Formula One. This is the 2026 World Championship. New regulations, new cars, new fuels, new drivers. Ladies and gentlemen, let's ride. We go racing today then in the state of Victoria, where the drivers have 14 corners and 3.28 miles to navigate at an average lap speed of around 120 miles per hour. The close proximity of the barriers make accidents inevitable, and recent history shows us that a safety car is not at all out of the question. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Russell, Andrea Kimi Antonelli, and Verstappen, Sainz, Albon, Hadjar, and Grim Reaper, Behrman, Gasly, Liam Lawson, and Bottas, Stroll, Bortoletto, Fernando Alonso, and Esteban Ocon, Lindblad, Colapinto, Hulkenberg, and Sergio Perez completes our grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. And alongside me for the first time this season here in the commentary box, Naomi Schiff. Hello, Gnomes. As much as I like testing, and I do love testing, and I've really enjoyed the build-up here and all the speculation, I really want to see some action. And finally today, we get some proper action on the track.
This is always such an exciting time in the season. First of all, it's the first time they'll be racing their new cars. So that's always an exciting thing for drivers to look forward to. But also, they've had a long time off during the winter break. So it's about dusting the cobwebs off, getting the rust off of their bones, and really getting their elbows out there and having some fun.
Couldn't be said much better.
Okay, here we go.
We're gonna look at our race strat and probably run just a one stop. May just want to do the two step right off the bat because I do a lot of tire wear, and I wanted to do the alternate, so probably just want to start on that. Definitely gonna drop our fuel quite a bit as fuel saving. You can recharge a lot of battery. If you focus on battery, you can recharge a lot of fuel at the same time. So we're going to be running minimum fuel. We'll see what that can run for us. We have our formation lap. Trying to run about 7,000 by the looks of it. Definitely going to get these tires scrubbed up a little bit. Low on the brakes. Just get everything nice and toasty warm. Keep the toasty warm. Make sure not to hit anyone. And keep it in gear as well. We'll try and get a nice burn out right before the start. Let's keep our RPMs low, sync 7 and 8. So we go through chicane, I believe it's fully called. Famous part of Australia. Spike our RPMs a little bit, spike those tires. Try and get some more heat into them. And we're gonna go park it up. A little first gear. Try it again. Got it there a little bit. I could barely hear it.
Superb parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out.
So we get the purple parking.
Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed.
And
be ready with the clutch.
Gonna be working 4 or 5 lights on optimal RPMs for the launch. Forget the launch. Try not to gain too many positions right off the bat due to the AI being easy to dive bomb. Take it one. Get straight mode in, the slipstream, a little bit of battery. Gonna work out pretty well. Go for a battery charge, try not to crash into Verstappen as we won't. Up into 8th, Antonelli back up into 6th, maybe a bad start from him. Little contact with Verstappen. We're one of the few cars on mediums in the top 5 here. Maybe one of the few cars on a 2-stop. Catching Antonelli at a good pace. We're going to go around him and we're catching Hamilton. We're having a good quality battle with these guys. We're going to go down the inside. Now chasing Signs down. Out of battery, we're going to go for a charge behind him. Getting pretty good amount of battery charge. And we'll get the overtake as well as straight mode on this next lap. And almost front straight.
Okay, so overtake mode active. We'll get some extra power from the hybrid system now.
Charles Leclerc in the lead. I imagine Lando Norris is
past.
still in second, which that is the true part. We move our way all the way up to third on this start.
Okay, so you got overtake now. Overtake enabled.
Still got overtake. We'll see if we can get inside Lando Norris's range for that. See if we can't keep our speed up. Maybe work together at getting past Leclerc. Sainz moves up into fourth. Russell in fifth.
Okay, so with the new power units, make sure you're lifting and coasting before corners, and consider
check our
not
fuel. We're
always
barely
going full
green on
throttle.
fuel already.
Try combining lift and coast into braking with boost out of corners and see if you can find a good balance.
Oof, a little slippery there. We're going to keep our overtake. Try not to spin out there. We try and use our boost a little early, as we're going to get fastest lap due to having the boost.
Keep this up. Well done.
I would imagine. Through this hairpin. Perfect extension there. Try and chase down Lando Norris a little bit more here. We're doing a pretty good job at catching them. I think we're all on a
boost mode
three-stop.
available now. Use it if you want to.
Or not a three-stop, a two-stop. I ran out of boost, so we're just gonna sit behind Norris at not full throttle. I'm just trying to harvest a bunch of battery. I think now we go for the overtake. He's gonna defend enough. As we send it around the outside, we're gonna get a little tight, a little wobbly. And unable to do the overtake. We're catching Lando Norris again. Back onto the front stick. We're gonna wait on boost as we're gonna spin it. Just try not to lose too many positions now.
Okay, Leclerc has just set the fastest lap of the race so far.
Definitely try and catch back up to where we got a little too aggressive on the throttle. Just binned it on my front straight. That's a corner I can have a lot of issues with. So maybe now we can relax a little more.
Okay, mate, so just a quick reminder, you'll get access to the extra power when you're within a second of the car ahead.
We'll chase down Sainz. It is almost 4 seconds to Norris at this point in time.
Okay, gap to the car ahead, 3.5 seconds.
It's now down to 3.5 seconds and climbing downward very heavily. Maybe we need to keep pushing with Russell and Sainz. Maybe they have the key that we need. So we go under braking and onto this straight. If you're not careful with how you're driving that, you can spin on that as well. Dipping your tires anywhere you're not supposed to. I've had issues with that. I had that issue during practice. I was getting used to the car. Next week we're heading to China. We're taking the official schedule, seeing what we can do with it. We are on strict track limits, so the fact that I haven't even gotten a warning yet tells me I am taking these track limits perfectly. And I haven't had that 5 laps in a long time. So hopefully no penalties today. Definitely could end up getting them. Battery is definitely becoming an issue as I'm trying not to work at overfueling the car. Although we've actually been losing fuel, so a little bit of fuel saving you can do. Should mean we can get a little bit more battery on us. We'll have to be careful of that corner there as tire wear goes down.
Okay, gap to the car in front, 2.2 seconds.
As we are under 2 seconds to Norris and 3 seconds to Leclerc. They were waiting to deploy their battery until later in the straight. So they're definitely going to get a little bit of a run. But I think I have the superior line through here and speed. Under braking into the 90-degree corner, and there's our first warning. Try not to get any more. We're definitely still trying to chase down Norris. We definitely have the pace. We save a pretty rough spin there. We're gonna go on to this hairpin here. Norris is very well set in our sights at this point. Trying to keep my battery to really catch with him on this straight here. Which that is indeed what we're going to do. Seems a little slow as we dip our tires into that grass there. Very lucky there. So we're harvesting. He's harvesting. We're going to wait. Just got to be patient. And go around the outside. Can we hold it? And we will. We have the clear. So now go get Leclerc. Let's go lead some laps of this race. He's definitely going to be looking, and when I mean he, I'm talking about Lando Norris. He's definitely going to be looking for some time to get past us where he somehow spin it again. We're going to fall to Verstappen and possibly even Antonelli, but I don't think so. Spins are our worst enemy at this track. Look at our tire wear here now. Not too bad for 8 laps in. We are on the mediums. Probably the ideal tire for this track. I'm just not driving like it. Gonna go into more of a harvesting state. So there's our second warning. That is well deserved. Our fuel going negative. Maybe go on a bit more fuel save and try and earn that battery in the process. Gonna get overtake. That's gonna eat a lot of fuel. Let's see if maybe figure out our fuel strat. Definitely catching Verstappen as we're getting on this tail end. A little bit of understeer there from the dirty air. Looking for an overtake path there. We weren't going to get one. Verstappen's going to shut the door. Verstappen once again shutting the door. I'm going to go for the booster on the outside. A little bit of contact with him. So we're going to get the overtake done. He is going to have the boost later on to get back around us. So pretty pointless fight there. Make sure we're not looking for our penalty now. We got 2 warnings. Go around the outside. He's not going to have the battery to do it. Then we had a corner in time so we could take that position from him. Make sure to try and keep battery. We're going to need it to hold our position against Verstappen. On the front straight. Verstappen in range. He's climbing down. I'm going to burn now. Probably didn't even have to burn that lap. As he's gonna ram. Verstappen's gonna ram into the back of us as we're fuel saving. Fuel saving, energy saving, all that.
Okay, mate, lap times are a little erratic at the moment. Let's try and close up the difference between them.
We get probably to our pit window to set that lap time. Just under. But we'll probably set that this lap. Just because there's a 127, our best was a 123. Almost our penalty there. I thought we were getting it. A massive fuel save there. If we get a safety car, that would be golden. Could get our extra fuel we need.
We're increasing our gap on the car behind by around a second a lap.
I just realized I was averaging out a cheaper lap time. Verstappen's gonna get back around and we have a little damage to our front wing. So we had some people boxed as we move up to 6. I can feel
Mind
that front wing
It's going to need
damage.
replacing if it takes too much damage.
We do have a little ways until our box window. Try and hold off on boxing until then. We got about 8 laps. We lift. Try not to use any throttle through here till now.
Okay,
There's a penalty. We got a little squirrely there. Got outside track limits. And our
Okay,
first
we've been given a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head down and let's get it done.
First penalty of our career in F1. We're doing really well until we got it. And I knew it was coming. That really is going to hurt our average time.
Okay, the car ahead's pulling away from you at a rate of around 2 seconds a lap.
It should not turn too sharp, as that was probably our issue there. We're going to go deep. Getting a little too aggressive. And now I'm struggling to get out here. Antonelli going to get around, as well as Hamilton. Not the ideal race against McLaren, or for McLaren.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
Go down this back straight, let's chase down Hamilton. Get him back. Go a little wide to the right there. Get some straight mode, burn the battery. And we'll left to get our 10th of a lap fuel back if we can. At least some of it. Still missing 10th of a lap of fuel. Maybe we should have left fuel where it was. Maybe because we did the race strategy really good, they had our fuel now. I don't know. Make sure we don't miss our braking point again. So that wing is causing us issues. We're gonna spin it again. Jump all the way to 12th, 13th, and more as we are losing even more grip, and I really gotta unbind that button. It's really messing with us. Down into 16th. We're fighting now for the bottom. Let's get that back. Got a lot of battery burn from just sitting there, trying to get out of that. Really hoping for a safety car at this point so that we can get some single file overtakes.
Boost mode is available now.
We are gonna miss our braking point, trying to be too aggressive. We really are gonna be at the bare bone last. See if we can climb back. Do we have a pair of softs? That might just, we might just want to go for it.
Okay, there are 45 laps of fuel remaining.
We could go for a pair of softs. It's just guys, I never put straight mode on. As we're looking at this, we'd obviously still be last if we box. Just maybe lapped by a car or two. We could try using softs, or we might honestly want to at this point.
Okay, listen, don't worry about it, mate. It can happen to the best of us. Now look, I've put a new strategy option for you in the MFD, so go and have a look.
So we're gonna box this lap, we're gonna do mediums and hards again. Alright. Can we at least save this race by beating an Audi?
Okay, pit in this lap, and remember the speed limit. We'll be penalised if we exceed it. Keep that in mind as you approach.
Try not to go off the track too much. We're gonna head into the pit lane, attempt to get new wing and tires.
Okay, forget the targets for now. We've got to focus on the pit stop. Okay, let's go now. Come on.
In the pit lane.
That was a fantastic stop.
Actually, a
Faster than we were expecting.
Yeah, faster than they were expecting. We got both Audis in our sights on the leaderboard. We go back to the harvesting battery.
We'll do one more stop today. One stop left in this strategy.
We got newer tires than everyone else. Let's go bring this 30-second gap down. as whoever Hulkenberg is with, they'll fight. I'm gonna have to look. We do have a Cadillac in our sights. That's our goal. So our goal is to pass Perez. So we've already brought our lead down on Alonso in that Aston Martin. Stroll coming down in 21st in the pits. Still really want a safety car, even if everyone gets a free stop out of it. I still want a safety car, just for the point of catching back up. Somehow there's a bigger gap.
Okay, gap ahead,
So Alonso
16.9 seconds.
Not engage boost, now boost. Gets too early, we spin out, so. We don't do that, problem solved.
The car ahead's coming to fit the mediums. Car ahead now running medium tyres.
So Stroll is going to be just as fast as we are. I doubt faster. Although if we keep running out of batteries, we will be.
Okay, that's 42 laps of fuel left in the tank.
42 puts us right at 58, so we're going to have to watch it still. We're going to get a warning again. We're 0.2 laps down. We should have left fuel where it was. So now 10 seconds to Stroll. You should eventually be able to see him. Coming up. Surprisingly not locking it up yet. Perez is starting to drop on those hards. Both the Aston Martins are going to be within biting distance pretty soon. Stroll's gap is below 10 now. If we can catch the Stroll, we will be fine on this race because we won't be dead last, but I still want to catch a Cadillac. Definitely can go for a more aggressive approach. We're gonna get fastest lap. Was not expecting that, but a really fast Q3 and a slidey Q1 now. Q1, Q3, S1 is 3 sectors, not qualies. Almost
Okay,
dangerous
mate,
there.
currently burning through fuel a bit quicker than we'd like, so let's try and make it last for now, please. And gap to the car in front.
And that is true.
6.8 seconds.
So we got about 8 kilograms that we can burn over 7 laps. So that's just over a kilogram a lap. I have no clue how much that's gonna want to be. Just going for a lot of fuel savings. We're also trying to catch Stroll. As we start to see pitters, might be able to get some overtakes that way.
Tyre condition still looking good.
We're going to take our first pass since being in last. Still looking to hunt down Stroll at the same time. That would definitely be great. Being able to be past both
There are
Aston
39
Martins.
laps of fuel remaining. 39 laps.
His current rating time would be probably about here in our last lap. Actually, no, we'd be past the chicane already. And we'd be low on fuel.
The car behind you's just come in for the hard tyres. Car behind running hard tyres.
There we can see Alonso is in our front, or not Alonso, Stroll in our front sights. Here comes Calapinto. Are we going to beat him out of the pit lane? We are.
Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 2.6 seconds.
I have no idea how our fuel saving is going. Maybe a safety car at this point would really change how our fuel saving strat would go. I don't think it would change our strategy in the end. It probably would. We'd probably be able to box in about 5 laps if we have them come out. Just be a lot of tire saving coming in. But we also would be able to get quite a bit of fuel saving done. Fill up our battery as well. As we're gonna almost get into the track limits there. Catching Stroll. Make sure to not try to do anything heroish yet.
ERS is low,
Up to
ERS is low.
17th
Consider changing
now.
mode on your MFD or
As
lift a
people
little
are
with
starting to
gentle
box,
braking into
and
corners
I'm starting to get
recharge
more
it.
and more aggressive. We're gonna go down the inside of Stroll and get the overtake done. Keep overtake mode the whole lap, so we're gonna definitely try to get away from him. We almost been it, but we are gonna be able to save it. Definitely making sure to push out of battery now, so Stroll's gonna be able to get a little bit of comeback. Don't think he's gonna get the pass on us, which he isn't. Make sure to now use charge for the rest of the lap. Let's try and charge up our battery with the last of our overtake mode that we get. Unless we can catch Gasly in time. Which we saw for a second, but overall don't think we're getting it. Which we aren't. It's a good thing we charged. A little bit more battery to push. Up into 13th now. Doing pretty well on fuel saving, I do believe.
36 laps of fuel left in the tank, 36 laps.
36, we're still dead even, like this says. Get around Gasly here we go. Another overtake.
Okay, so that's boost mode available if you need it.
Save our battery, there we go. Here's our Cadillac. We wanted to pass the Cadillac. We're going to get it. We're going to get a battle with him. We get around Perez. Got both Cadillacs here. That would be great to pass them both. Not quite going to get overtake mode. I think we should have had it, but not quite going to get it. We're doing pretty well fuel saving. We're gaining back a little bit of time. And we're gaining forward into points. We're gaining a little bit of fuel. Still hoping for a safety car. Just waiting for it to happen at a good time where we can fuel save. Get some tires. Catch up with the whole pack. Get some work done. And as we say that, I'm going to get a pass around Bottas and we're going to take it.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
Moving on to the back straight. We can get the straight mode. And we're going to burn a battery here. Just to make sure we keep that overtake on Bottas. And we're going to go fuel saving.
The car ahead's coming to fit the mediums. Car ahead now running medium tyres.
As Antonelli is in front, sticking with him would be great. He's been doing pretty well. Dipping under 2/10 of a lap on missing fuel. So fuel saving is working. As I had to counter steer that as we had a little bit of oversteer. And 2 laps left to fuel save. Definitely still by getting the work done. Almost out of penalty range on Bottas, so that would be then points. Guys is gonna get the overtake on Bottas. We got left to avoid damage. That was almost bad. Sliding around now a little bit. These tires are starting to get a bit older. Can't see anyone behind us yet. We gotta fuel save a little bit more in these laps. As we come into a good braking spot. We aren't getting battery because we've had our harvest limit. Which makes it definitely hard to be fast right now, but
Okay, that's 33 laps.
Antonelli did get around Albon, so now it's our job to catch Albon as well as fuel save this last lap. Somehow we haven't been super great on saving fuel. We've been burning a lot of what we've been saving. We've been going quicker on these parts. Still a little harvesting back here. Don't lose too much speed. We can gain a little bit of fuel.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 6.7 seconds.
That's now down to 6 seconds already. Do I think we're going to catch him at some point? Yes. Really trying to dip our fuel into the green. We started green. We were really aggressive. Probably burnt a lot more fuel than we were supposed to.
That wasn't quite what we needed.
And we weren't quite able to get it.
Don't worry about it. It's a long way to go, so let's just focus until the end. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good.
Almost locked in there, yeah. Almost lost it there as I was definitely having some issues there. Albon is now well in our sights. Let's see if we can catch him. Very good corner through there would definitely help with that. There we go, there's Albon. Definitely keep harvesting. Do a little bit of pushing on his back straight here. We should definitely have overtake. Wouldn't see why not. He almost gets forced into the pit lane, but as we go down this front straight, we're gonna burn everything we got. And we're gonna have overtake this full lap. That's the bright side of waiting, getting overtake, and then pushing past as soon as you can. That next rest of your lap, you have overtake, you have the added power, you can run super far from it. As long as you don't bin it. Due to the difference from added
wings
power.
Damaged. Expects a lot of understeer unless we replace it. There's a new strategy available on the MFD.
So we're once again going to get a new strat. We're going to box this lap. Hard to the rest of the way. At least that's our plan to box this lap. Let's see if things pan out to be. I can definitely feel that understeer. It's definitely going to hit us. I think we do agree to box.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
Definitely gonna have some contact with them. Getting under our time that we need to.
Right, let's go, come on. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one.
You may be happy with that, but I am not.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
Let's keep it out of Alonso. So our goal is to get back up in the points if we can. I'm a little worried about fuel yet.
Right, you've got boost mode available now. Use it if you want to.
So how about if we do the race strategy from now on, we don't touch the fuel. Oliver Bearman is so slow compared to us that we're going to end up getting him a little ram.
Okay, be careful with the front wing, you've taken some minor damage.
Still gonna have overtakers. We're gonna show him the door. Go a little run on him. A little away from him and towards Colapinto. So we're gonna get right up on his tail end before this lap is over. Both the Audis are still fighting by the looks of it. Which is true. They were both fighting when I came out of the pits, and so it's a lap later now, and they were fighting then. Let's see if we can break it up a little bit.
There are 28 laps of fuel remaining, 28 laps.
Let's go around one, we're in straight mode. Go around the other. Now Hulkenberg can get idea to go around him.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by, 2.0 seconds.
And we seriously missed our braking point. So that's gonna go and reset all the progress we just made. We're definitely starting to struggle. So let's do some lifting. Let's try and get more recovered fuel back. We've definitely been going heavier on the lift side. Still doing well, but recovering fuel that we needed to recover. As we're getting very close to green. It's going to take a little bit to get fully in the green, but we can do it. And there's another penalty. We got a little wide there once again. And we're going to get a penalty. Catching back up to Oliver Bearman. Good to get the overtake. So we are going to get the overtake boost. And we're going to tip our tires off in the grass. Now we're going to have to use this lap just to catch back up into the range fully. Maybe get the overtake. We'll be close enough to Colapinto for the boost again. Don't walk it up too hard. There we go. Show him the door. That was our 6-second penalty.
Good job, nice overtake.
On Colapinto, up to Hulkenberg now. Bordello's in front. Once again, taking the same move around Hulkenberg that we did last time. This time it's not a double overtake. We're going to let Hulkenberg go. Can we go around Hulkenberg? We're not. We're gonna go feel safe over the overtake. And there's the overtake boost meter showing us that we are gonna get it as expected. And almost this one again. We're going to get a place on Perez and Albon.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
There's green. First bit of green in a while. It's not holding very long. Quartararo shows us the door. We're going to move up into 15th. Curious to see how far we're going to drop after these penalties take place.
Okay, keep the car ahead under pressure. They might make a mistake. Gap is only 2 seconds now.
As a V-car was in front, that had to be perfect down that track limits for us to not get a penalty there. So goes the other Cadillac. We're gonna get through the pitway. There's the Lindblad in the V-carb. She'll be able to see us in his rearview mirrors. There goes another warning. So we get caught on the curb.
Okay, mate, any more front wing damage and it's going to really cost us. So please, let's protect it and bring the car home.
And they want a perfect race from here on out. And I do too. No ring damage. Let's go. Let's do this. I'm gonna go for battery and fuel lift. I almost saw a 10th. I'm going to take a penalty there. That was stupid in the end. I look back on that. And they can't serve these either. Should have taken the last time instead. I decided it was a better idea to try and stay with Lindblad. Now we're gonna get the overtake. Easily could have waited another lap on that, so patience is gonna need to be part of a key to being well here at McLaren. Here's Liam Lawson on the other V-car. Definitely not make the same mistake twice, so decided to stay with him instead. As we're just going to go for the overtake around him. It's one way to do it. As Stroll is now the target ahead. In range on a second for that overtake. So he's going to dive into the pit, so we're going to jump him through the pits. And Ocon is about 3 seconds ahead. He's the car in front.
2.7 seconds.
As our fuel is now almost 2/10 green on a lap. So now I'm going to start pushing just a little bit more. We got room to push after all. Here comes Ocon within a second now. Yes, he's definitely seen us
Okay, mate,
moving
boost
now.
mode if you need it. Boost mode if you need it.
So I was using it. We're gonna go charge now. A little bit of it. Stay with him as we're gonna get more overtake. Now that extra power really showing off. Ocon's gonna try showing us the door. We're gonna accept it for right now. Patience will be key. We move up into points. It's now a job of just running away, getting her these 9 seconds in gaps, whether that's getting up higher in places so that our gap runs a little bit more, or just trying to run and keep our place. Probably that second option is what will happen, because Hajar is 9 seconds up the road. Now it's Gasly. So even if we catch one of them, we'll have 10th secured at that point. And anywhere from there, we still have to run that 9 seconds to them. But it will just be points secured. Our goal eventually in this series is to get either a Drivers' Championship or both a Constructors and Drivers' Championship in one season. If we win a Constructors Championship, that's all pure stuff, and at that point, we gotta win both, I think. Make sure we don't get too much tire right here. We're riding these tires out to the end.
Okay, gap to the car in front, 8.0 seconds.
So we are getting that gap down on Gasly. Hajar is still growing on us. The gap to Lawson is getting pretty good too. But it would be 12th or 13th place yet. I'm going to try not to get 12 seconds. As that would pretty much ruin our chances at points. This guy that goes into the pits, we'll be able to jump him. Now we won't be able to jump into the points via that. But
McLaren drivers stopping now.
who's stopping now? Not me. I think Oscar must be, but I didn't see him in the pits. Unless he just got out of the pits, which doesn't look like that. Oh, he's stopping this lap, isn't he? Yep.
Lando's coming in for his stop now.
So that means we might have some more front runners boxing. So let's make sure to push. Take a look at our fuel. That is what we're talking about. We have brought it down from 2/10 extra to barely anything extra. So as much as we're pushing, we also gotta recharge our fuel a little bit, so we can keep our push going. "10 seconds to Hajar and 15 to Verstappen. Let's bring that down on Hajar.
Okay, clear.
Got a green flag. So someone behind us had some. This yellow's behind as Bortoletto is going to crash out. Don't think we're going to get a safety car. So that brings our grid down to 21 cars.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
Almost getting track limits there. So we are gonna end up getting this objective for the wing, so long as we don't bin it on this last corner here, which we don't. So
Yeah, really good job on hitting that target, mate. Nice work. Still a long way to go, though. Okay, gap ahead.
on the bright side, we have been slowly catching Azure. Not much a lap. So I've been working on a little bit more of a fuel gain right now before I push. But I think I'm taking more of the push route now. As after this race, I have a lot of R&D points that we're going to be able to spend upgrading this car, and I'll have to find a setup I like for the Chinese Grand Prix. Hopefully a good Grand Prix there. That first turn, corner, very long, very annoying. I mean, fairly difficult for me to replicate well. Quality is usually the best I do it, and in the race, I'm very inconsistent on that.
Understood.
Did not need
Stopping
to
this lap.
do that.
Okay, you're in ninth position. Hadja ahead and gap to the car in front, 8.3 seconds. Albon behind. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. Alright, 16 laps to go.
There's 16 laps to go. We're not going to be boxing at all, one bit. Been saving battery for this back straight. I'm ready to push. We have purple sector 2 after a yellow sector 1. We still are holding fastest lap, and I would imagine that we will for the rest of this race. Gap to Hatcher is finally coming down. Let's open that fuel window again. Make sure we keep fuel. The way it seems to be playing out today is I'm confident on throttle. I'm confident on my turning, and we're confident car overall. But if I'm unconfident on throttle, then it's been out.
Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 6.7 seconds.
And this gap isn't 6.7 seconds anymore, it's more like 6 seconds. We are really putting the gap on. We've got the gap to Albon. So we've really been working, and we almost got a penalty there. That was almost very bad in the sense of earning more points. And then at this current point in time, if I can stop stumbling, we will have 2 points. And if Lando is doing as good as I think he is, we'll get 25 from him.
The pace is strong, but be aware these tyres need to go the distance.
A long well away. Do a full race update.
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
Not boxing.
P9, you're running P9, keep going. Okay, that's Hadja just ahead of you. Push hard. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 6.4 seconds. That's Albon behind you. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
Might as well just use speak at this point. I got it hooked up, so I could use it. Pushing down this gap to Hadger. I don't think we're gonna have quite enough laps to catch him or get out of penalty range of him. If we do, that would be amazing. And obviously take the extra points. So I'm not worried about fuel no more. I'm more worried about tire condition and that 27% front left. A little bit worrying. But tire wear is still really not progressing at this point. We are still fine to be pushing the way that we have been and the way that we are. And almost check limits there. Definitely pushing harder than I would like. But I'm also liking how hard we're pushing. And we got the room to Albon to take another second penalty.
We're trailing the car ahead by 4.3 seconds.
But we can't afford it in the sense of if we even want to try to outrun Hadjar.
tyre condition still looking good.
Obviously. Been taking care of the tires really well for the amount of pushing we've been doing. Maybe starting to get a little bit aware, seeing how little we can push that last couple of turns of sector 3. Obviously that's not a huge deal because Hadjar is facing the same things on the mediums. And a safety car at this point would be unhelpful. I really don't want one at this point. At this point we're really just looking for pushing.
Okay, gap to the car ahead, 3.0 seconds. Okay, you're catching the car ahead, but remember, we need to get to the end of the race on these tyres. Okay, mate. Okay, Hadjar's ahead of you. They're holding us up now, so let's please try and get past as soon as possible and get on with our race. Push, push. Boost mode is available now. Great stuff, mate. You hit the target well there. Nice one. There's a long way to go in this race, though, so keep your head down. Okay, gap to the car in front, 4.3 seconds. We're increasing our gap on the car behind by around a second a lap. Okay, gap ahead, 1.7 seconds. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good. Starting to catch the car in front, but we need to look after the tyres. We won't be making another pit stop.
Consistently now in Verstappen's overtake range. I'm really just trying to use him to run from Hajar. There's not really a point in passing him at this point, unless he's really slow for us. But right now he's a really good way to run from Hajar. That focus session was good. I was really locked in, really felt confident on the car and on the throttle, as we were able to catch Verstappen. We'll smack the wall, we're gonna go for the overtake. I don't care if he gets back around us, I just want the fight to get away from Hajar.
Nice move, good job.
I don't think we're gonna get it with 2 laps remaining in the first lap and a half at this point.
And gap to the car in front, 3.6 seconds.
If we can get to 8 seconds by the end of the straight, I'll say it's possible to get away from Hajar.
Okay, this is your final lap of the race.
Basically, we might be able to break Hajar yet.
Okay, you're creating some breathing space between you and the car behind by a few seconds a lap. Really good stuff.
This is so possible. We hold the battery. Okay, we burn. Charles Leclerc is gonna win The Australian Grand Prix. Can we beat Hadger? Lando Norris is going to get the fastest lap. So good for him. He's going to steal ours. But I'm completely fine with that. We got to focus on Hadger. If I get a penalty, I can say I still tried. I'm not gonna get it. We like getting this a little bit.
Rubber and bring it home.
We are gonna get 9th. So bringing home 2 points. We do get driver of the day. Don't know if I really do deserve that in the long run, but.
And Leclerc to the line, to the checkered flag. It's King Charles today. He wins.
To take the win at the first race of the season, now that is important. You get straight in to your competitor's head and they now know that you are the one to beat.
So Charles Leclerc wins. I didn't catch who was in second or third. So we will take a good look at that.
And once all the hard work is over, and after lap of brilliant racing, it's time now to celebrate.
So George Russell and Oscar, or not Oscar Piastri, Lando Norris in third. So I don't know, I don't believe we're going to be very high in the constructors. I believe we'll probably be about third or fourth.
And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But
so I guess we don't get a highlights.
Be sure to join us when
but
we
I am going to save the full race replay. And just finishing in 9th. Everyone was a lap down. So the top 10 weren't a lap down, but everyone else was a lap down below that. And we take a look at standings. Driver standings are as the race went, obviously. So that's where everyone finished. Constructors Championship, we are third. 18 points behind Ferrari. And 5 points behind Mercedes. Wait, no, that's not how that works. 13 points behind Mercedes. But that's going to do it for this episode. If you guys haven't already, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And I'll see y'all in the next one at China.